Hello class, in this video I want to show you how you could have some fun using your type tools and I want to show you what is called the warp text and how you could do some cool things with that. So I'm going to use my type tool here and I'm going to go ahead, I'm just using my Photoshop image of the week. You could use this on any file. I'm going to use my type tool and I'm going to go ahead and just type in Art 108 for example, and I'm going to apply this and say I want to change some of the style. Right now my text is just going in a straight line. You are able to change some of the effects. And with this layer selected, I want to point out that up here you also have this little option in the option bar, which is to convert this into warp text. I'm going to go ahead and click on this little button. It opens up a little window. Right now style is set to none. I'm going to change this. You can see how there's different styles that you're able to choose. I'm going to just go choose arc, and I'm going to click and drag this just to fit within my screen. I don't want arc. I want to use, say for example, rise. But by all means, explore what these different warp options do. Each one has different settings as well, but I'm going to go ahead and just say, for example, if I have something like this, this wave, I like this rise, for example. You can see how you're able to change this. So depending on how you want it to change, notice how like the 8 on the right hand side, it's staying put. What if I want something to be like this, just as simple like this? If we tell it OK, notice that your text now has this little warp text icon. You can always go back and change it. This layer is still selected. I'm going to double click on it and say maybe I don't want that one. Maybe I want to inflate it. And right now it's inflating and my text is a little bit too large to fit within here. I'm going to go to cancel. I can switch to my move tool, making sure that show transform controls is turned on. It gives me this overlay, this bounding box. I'm going to scale this down just a bit. Now that it's smaller, I have to apply this. I'm going to go back to my type tool so that I could go back to the warp. So now if I choose something like inflate, it fits within my area. So by all means, have fun, check, experiment, see what the different settings are able to do. Let's see, what about horizontal distortion? You see how it changes the difference on the horizontal aspect or the vertical aspect. So maybe I want to create some sort of, this is interesting. I want to create a faux Star Wars type font. This is one way that you can go about trying to create something like that. I'm going to tell it OK. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my move tool. Maybe I want to put this on the floor as such. And what I want to do is I could double click it to apply our layer styles. I could apply an overlay color. I don't want blue. Maybe I want like a Star Warsy gold color. Maybe I want to create a little outline around it. Maybe I'm going to use a stroke. The color, let's use a black. And I have something that looks like this. If I want to create a drop shadow, I could always do that. I'm going to change the angle maybe to be straight down, but I'm going to decrease the distance. Just so you can see, oh, you know what? Let's have it hover. Slightly hovering off the bottom. And I have something cool like that. I'm liking that. I'm going to go ahead and tell it OK. And check this out. I'm going to zoom in a bit. It says Art 108. Really cool. So this is using warp, but also using the layer styles. There's lots of cool things that you could do. And I want to remind you that the layer styles are not only for text, any layer that has invisible pixels. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Have fun and create.